Hello, today our topic is effect of oxidation reaction in everyday life. So in 10th class we have basically two topics, corrosion and rancidity, which show the effect of oxidation reaction in everyday life. Corrosion is a damaging effect of oxidation on metals, and rancidity is the damaging effect of oxidation on food. Corrosion is the heating up of metal by the action of air, moisture or chemical on their surface. This is corrosion, the eating up of metal by the action of air, moisture or chemical on their surface is known as corrosion, and it is a continuous process. It is continuous process which ultimately eat up the whole object. For example, the most common example of corrosion is rusting of iron. Corrosion in iron is known as rusting. Okay, corrosion of iron is known as rusting. So this is the most common example. In this case, when iron metal react with oxygen gas or by the action of air, when it is come in contact of moisture or any chemical, then in that case it will give iron oxide, hydrated iron oxide, and this is known as rust. This is the formula for rust. So iron, when comes in contact of air and moisture, then rusting formation takes place. Here iron convert into iron oxide, that means gain of oxygen takes place. So obviously it is a oxidation reaction. It is an example of oxidation reaction. So rusting or corrosion is the effect of oxidation reaction, and due to formation of iron oxide, that means rust formation, our metal iron get weakened. It become weakens of iron due to rusting. So for corrosion or for rusting there must be two conditions. One condition is there must be two conditions for corrosion or rusting, and these two conditions are: number one, presence of air, and number two, presence of moisture. These two conditions must be fulfilled for rusting of iron. Next is prevention of rusting. Prevention of rusting means there are two conditions for this process rusting: presence of air and presence of moisture. To prevent our material from rusting, if there is a possibility to restrict the presence of these two, air or moisture, then obviously oxidation reaction of iron does not take place, and we protect our iron material from rusting. So first is by paint. By using paint we can protect the surface of metal using paint, and metal does not come in contact with air and moisture. Number 2, by apply grease and oil. Grease or oil, same. If you apply grease and oil on the surface of metal, then also iron material does not come in contact with air and moisture. Third process is by galvanization. Okay, first you must know about the process galvanization. What is galvanization? Galvanization is deposition of thin layer. Deposition of thin layer of zinc on iron substance. अगर हम आयरन सब्सटेंस पे जिंक की लेयरिंग कर देते हैं, एक लेयरिंग होगी जिंक की, जिसकी वजह से आपका आयरन जो है, आयरन डज नॉट कम इन कॉन्टेक्ट विद एयर एंड मॉइस्चर एंड प्रोटेक्ट फ्रॉम रस्टिंग. ऑब्वियसली जिंक एज कम्पेयर टू आयरन, जिंक protect iron from rusting. However, zinc is more reactive than copper. More reactive than copper, although it protect iron. Than copper, or sorry, iron. Although it protect iron from rusting, because when after galvanization zinc covered the iron surface, then it convert into zinc oxide after oxidation, and this thin layer of zinc oxide act as a protection layer on the iron surface. That's why after galvanization zinc protect iron from rusting. And next, and the most important, by alloying. Alloying means by the formation of alloys. By the formation of alloys, for example, stainless steel. We all are very familiar with stainless steel, which we are used nowadays in making gates, in making windows, grills. And this stainless steel is the alloy is the combination of metal or mixture of metal. This is iron, chromium and nickel. This is stainless steel, alloy of iron in which chromium and nickel are also present. Now next is corrosion of aluminium. In case of aluminium, aluminium is also a reactive metal, but it forms aluminium oxide. It forms aluminium oxide, and due to the formation of aluminium oxide on the surface, this aluminium oxide act as a protective layer. Act as a protective layer on aluminium substance. And when this protective layer of aluminium oxide protect aluminium, this process is known as anodizing. Anodizing. Anodizing means process of forming thick layer of aluminium oxide. Process of forming thick layer of aluminium oxide on aluminium, making it as anode. Next is corrosion of copper. In case of copper, a black layer surface occur on the copper substance after oxidation. Sorry, not black, it's green. A green layer occur on the copper substance after corrosion, and this green layer is just because of this substance copper carbonate with copper hydroxide. This copper carbonate is combined with copper hydroxide, and this layer make copper metal very weak. And we can also clean copper metal, or we can remove this green layer from the copper surface with the help of acid, add the dilute acid. We can clean this layer using any dilute acid. Next is corrosion of silver. Corrosion of silver. In case of silver there is black layer. In case of copper there is green layer. And this black layer formed on silver is due to the formation of Ag2S. That means silver sulfide. Silver sulfide formed on the surface of silver substance, and this is the corrosion of silver. This silver sulfide is formed due to the action of hydrogen sulfide gas present in air. When silver comes in contact with hydrogen sulfide gas, then it forms silver sulfide. That's why just because of the formation of the silver sulfide, or silver ornaments get black with time. Next, or most important, are gold and platinum. We all know that gold and platinums are non-reactive metals. They are always shine and does not corrode with time. Platinum is highly resistant to corrosion. These both are highly resistant to corrosion, but platinum is highly non-reactive substance. That's why both of these are used in ornaments. There is one more substance which is highly resistant to corrosion, that is titanium. Titanium is also highly resistant to corrosion.